From the depths of my being, there is a powerful and undeniable current stirring within me, a profound surge of sensual and emotional energy that is directed entirely and singularly toward you. It's an almost physical force, an electric hum that runs just beneath the surface of my skin, reminding me of your presence even when you are miles away. My thoughts are not merely consumed, they are utterly saturated with a deep, aching desire for you. This is not a fleeting physical longing, but a complex tapestry of needs, a desire that seeks to intertwine our very spirits, to reconnect our emotional landscapes, and to feel the warmth of your skin against mine once more. I long for that closeness that has been lost, a profound intimacy that speaks a language beyond words, a vulnerability that once made our bond feel safe and sacred. I yearn to be near you again, to breathe in your presence, to feel your energy merge with my own in a dance of light and shadow, passion and peace. And yet, in the very same moment, I am acutely and painfully aware of the great emotional chasm that has opened between us. It is a silent space, an empty void where laughter and soft words used to live. I can feel your distance, not just as an absence, but as a palpable energy, the stone-cold silence, the withdrawn quietude, the wall you've had to build to protect your heart. And it affects me more deeply than you could ever know. Every whisper of your anger, every moment of your silence, every fragment of your withdrawn spirit is like a physical weight on my own. I know, with a clarity that is both painful and necessary, that I have wounded you. I know I have failed you, that I have fallen short in the moments you needed me most. This realization does not simply sit with me, it weighs heavily on my heart, a constant, dull ache that reminds me of my failings. I carry it with me through every waking moment and into the quiet hours of the night, a heavy burden of regret. More than anything else in this world, I miss the boundless light-heartedness we once shared. I miss the simple, easy magic of our playfulness. There was a time when laughter came so effortlessly, when it bubbled up from our souls like a spring, unrestrained and pure. I miss the way your energy used to be, soft, open, and inviting, a gentle space where I could fall without fear. I find myself lost in memories, replaying the moments when our eyes would meet and a silent understanding would pass between us, a knowing glance that said everything without a single word. I miss the way we would whisper secrets and dreams, the way we would share a story just with a look. I miss the sound of your laughter echoing in my mind, a melody I long to hear again, a tune that once filled the emptiness of my own life. I remember so vividly how you used to express your emotions with me, without holding back. You allowed yourself to be completely and utterly vulnerable, trusting me with your innermost feelings, with the tenderest parts of your heart. That level of emotional honesty was a profound gift, a blessing I now realize I took for granted. I miss that raw, unfiltered connection, the way you would let me into your world without reservation. It was a feeling of being chosen, not just as a partner, but as a confidant and a keeper of your most precious truths. It made me feel special, seen, and profoundly understood in a way no one else ever has. The loss of that intimacy has left a void in my life, a gaping hole that nothing and no one else can seem to fill. I have tried, in moments of desperation, to distract myself, to find solace in other places, but it is all a hollow substitute. The emptiness echoes in every quiet moment, a silent testament to the sacred space you once occupied in my soul. And yet, I want you to know that despite this current emotional rift, I am actively preparing to bridge the gap. I am not simply waiting for a sign, I am taking action. I am gathering my courage, my thoughts, and my deepest truths. I am preparing to reach out, likely with a heartfelt message or a letter. This isn't a casual, impulsive act, a simple text or a quick call. No. This is something that has been carefully considered, something I have been contemplating for weeks, maybe even months. I have been searching for the perfect words, the perfect moment, the perfect way to pour my heart onto the page, knowing that what I have to say needs to be handled with care and reverence. I want this conversation to be real, honest, and healing. I understand now, in a way I never did before, that true connection cannot exist without open communication, without a willingness to lay one's soul bare. I am ready to take that step, to leap into the unknown, even though I am consumed by uncertainty about how you will respond. My heart may be trembling, but my spirit is resolute. At my very core, my deepest and most fundamental desire is to build and nurture a successful and fulfilling relationship with you. A bond that is not based on fleeting fancy or shallow attraction, but on the solid foundation of mutual respect, emotional safety, and shared vulnerability. I long for a partnership where both of us can feel completely free to be our authentic selves, to express our deepest fears and desires without fear of judgment, ridicule, or rejection. I want to build a sanctuary with you, a sacred space where our souls can rest and be whole, where we can be unapologetically ourselves. In my eyes, you embody every quality of a devoted life partner. I see you as nurturing, strong, emotionally intelligent, and so incredibly loving. You possess a rare and beautiful blend of qualities that I have spent my entire life searching for. You hold everything I have ever wanted in a partner, the kind of person I want to build a home and a life with, to face every challenge and celebrate every triumph with. I feel profoundly fortunate to have shared a connection with you, even one that has been strained lately. I know with a certainty that resonates in every fiber of my being that this connection is not ordinary. It is not something I can easily walk away from or forget. It is full of a love so intense it feels like a fire, a passion so deep it feels like an ocean, and a depth so profound it feels like a universe. It is an emotional alchemy, a sacred and rare bond that I have come to believe is worth fighting for, worth healing, and worth protecting with every last ounce of my being. I want to take a leap of faith with you, not with hesitation or fear, but with an unwavering sense of hope, trust, and a true commitment to what we could be. I don't want to take this journey with anyone else. It is you and only you who makes me feel truly seen, truly alive, and so deeply understood. However, in my quest for honesty, it is important for me to acknowledge the emotional state I have been in recently. I've been caught in a low, heavy place, a self-imposed emotional prison built from my own fears, past traumas, and toxic patterns. It was a suffocating space, a kind of internal darkness that left me feeling out of balance and utterly lost. My life was filled with an inner turmoil that gnawed at my spirit, and external stressors that left me feeling emotionally drained and spiritually depleted. During that time, I didn't feel capable of giving you the love, care, and security you deserved. It wasn't because my love for you had lessened, but because I was barely capable of showing up for myself, let alone for someone as precious as you. Now, I am beginning to emerge from that shadowed place. And with this new clarity comes a deep and profound sense of regret. I realize now, with a clarity that stings, what I lost or risked losing by shutting down emotionally and withdrawing from the very connection that was my lifeline. I have been thinking about you constantly, replaying every memory, every conversation, every moment that once brought us so much joy. I am filled with a longing that goes far beyond your physical presence. It is a longing for the emotional bond that once felt unbreakable, a bond that felt so safe it could never be shattered. Most importantly, I want you to know that I long to be emotionally vulnerable with you. I want to strip away the walls I have so carefully constructed, to drop the masks I have worn for so long, and to simply be real with you. I no longer wish to engage in surface-level exchanges or to pretend that everything is fine when it is not. I crave emotional reciprocity, a relationship where both of us can express our deepest fears, desires, and dreams, and be held in compassion and understanding. I want to build a space where you feel safe with me again, where you know you are not alone in your feelings, and where we can begin to rebuild the emotional trust that has been so deeply fractured. I know I am not perfect, and I have never claimed to be. But please know this, I am trying. I am growing. I am learning how to be emotionally mature, present, and accountable. And more than anything, I want another chance, not just to love you again, but to love you better than I ever have before. This connection we share is unlike anything I have ever felt before in my life. It is not something I can explain with logic or reduce to simple feelings. It is something deeper, something ancient, something soul-bound. From the very moment we connected, it was as if the universe itself had realigned, as though every experience, every trial, every single moment of my life was leading me to you. And now, without you here with me, there is a void. I feel a gaping hole in my soul, a missing piece that nothing else can seem to fill. Every single day, that emptiness echoes in ways I never imagined possible, a silent hum of absence that reminds me of what I am without you. It is not just loneliness. It is an aching, profound absence, a part of me that feels incomplete because you are not here. The sadness that comes with your absence can be absolutely crushing. There are moments when it overwhelms me completely, when the weight of missing you sits so heavily on my chest that I struggle to breathe, and I know I am not alone in that feeling. I have felt your sadness, too. I have sensed it from miles away. It is this mutual grief over the physical and emotional distance that has grown between us, a shared sorrow that bonds us even in our separation. Sometimes, it is as if I can feel your tears in my own heart. And that connection, that ability to feel your pain, both comforts me in its truth and breaks me with its reality. But please, I am begging you, don't cry. I know that might sound unfair or even impossible, but I need you to understand this. I have never truly left you. I might not be physically beside you, and there might be a deafening silence between us now, but I am still here. I have been here all along, quietly working in the shadows, trying to clear out the stagnant, painful space that sits between us. I have been trying to fix the pieces of myself that I let fall apart. And I am not doing this just for my own healing, but because I believe we deserve more than what I gave you. I believe that we still matter. When you cry, I cry, too. That is a truth I have kept hidden from you, a secret I have held close to my heart, because I didn't want you to suffer because of me any more than you already have. I have carried the guilt, the shame, and the deep, biting regret quietly, not because I don't feel them, but because I didn't want to burden you with more of my pain. I have cried in silence behind closed doors, in the dark hours of the night when no one could see me fall apart. I have cursed myself 1,000 times over for ever making you cry. And even now, the memory of your tears haunts me. They weren't just tears. They were a reflection of everything I failed to protect. I know you think I took the coward's way out, and in many ways, you are right. I am so deeply, profoundly sorry for not handling things better, for walking away instead of standing strong beside you. I should have been more honest about what I was going through. I should have trusted you enough to let you in, to let you help me shoulder the weight I was carrying. But the truth is, I wasn't just fighting emotions. I was battling demons inside myself, inner pains and struggles that had taken root in my soul. My pain, my fears, and yes, my addiction, they took over. They blurred my judgment and drowned out my better intentions, and I lost control. I let that darkness seep into the best thing I ever had, you. Walking away wasn't easy. It was a choice I made with a heavy heart, not lightly. But I knew I couldn't keep dragging you through my chaos. I had to go my own way, not because I didn't love you, but because I did. I needed to heal, to rebuild, and to find some sense of stability within myself. I had to face my pain, my fears, and the broken pieces of who I had become. And I did it all with the hope that someday, If the universe allows, I could come back to you as someone better, someone you truly deserve. Through it all, I have never stopped wanting your happiness. That has always been my deepest wish, for you to be at peace, to smile freely, to live a life without the shadows that I cast on your heart. You deserve joy, light, and love in their purest forms. But I know that my own unhappiness, my inability to face myself back then, ended up ruining everything we had. I let my pain spill into the love we shared, and for that, I will always be sorry. Still, if there's one thing I want you to carry with you, it's this: my feelings for you have never disappeared. They've remained with me, steady and strong through all the chaos. I still believe in the beauty of what we shared. I still believe that something that real doesn't just vanish. Whether or not life gives us another chance, please know that you have shaped me in ways I can never repay. You taught me what real love feels like, and that is a lesson I will carry for the rest of my life. So please, hold on to hope, not necessarily for us, but for yourself, because you are worthy of the kind of love that heals, uplifts, and honors every single part of you. And no matter where this path leads us, a part of my heart will always belong to you. I wish I could show you right at this very moment just how deeply and passionately I love you. Words so often fail to capture the depth of my emotions, leaving me feeling powerless and mute. But I need you to know that what I feel for you is something truly rare, something powerful and soul-stirring. It goes beyond simple affection or fleeting desire. This is the kind of love that roots itself in the core of your being and grows with every passing day. From the very first moment I got to know you, I realized there was something incredibly unique and special about you. There's a purity in your presence, a softness in your nature that can't be faked or found easily. You carry a gentle strength that I find mesmerizing, and it pulls me toward you like gravity, a force I cannot resist. If there's anyone in this world who truly understands how sweet, how simple, how delicate your heart is, it's me. I see you. I see the way your soul shines through your every word and action, and I cherish it more than I can ever fully express. I know you're not someone who seeks extravagance or material things. You're not demanding, and you're certainly not greedy. Your heart doesn't crave possessions or status. You long for something far more meaningful. What you desire is true, unwavering, unconditional love, and I see that in everything you do. I see it in the way you care for others, in your gentleness, in the small but significant ways you make those around you feel seen, heard, and valued. You are the kind of woman who gives without keeping score, who nurtures without expecting anything in return. You have this natural, almost radiant maternal energy that emanates from within you. And it's not about being a caregiver in the traditional sense, it's about the way you hold space for others, the way you listen with your heart, and the way you provide comfort just by being there. Being with you feels like peace. It feels like coming home after a long, difficult journey. I can see how loving and nurturing you are without you even having to say a word. Your actions speak louder than anything else ever could, a silent language of love. You are, quite honestly, like a dream to me. I have never met someone who embodies so much purity, so much grace, and so much inner beauty all at once. You are trustworthy in a world that often seems full of pretense, and your loyalty is something I admire deeply. In times when trust feels hard to come by, you stand out as someone who is genuine to the core. There's a kind of serenity in knowing that I can depend on you, that your words carry meaning, and your promises come from a place of honesty. That alone makes you so rare and precious to me. But it's not just your loyalty that I love. It's also your spirit. I absolutely adore your authenticity and your childlike energy. You remind me of the joy that still exists in life, even during the hardest days. There's something magical about the way you find happiness in simple things, the way your laughter lights up a room, the way your eyes sparkle when you talk about something you love. You have this ability to make the ordinary feel extraordinary just by being yourself. I truly feel like you would be the perfect partner for me. Not just in this moment, but for a lifetime. There's a completeness I feel when I think about building a future with you, as if every missing piece of the puzzle has finally clicked into place. You understand me in a way no one else ever has, and I find myself wanting to grow with you, to support you, to build a life filled with love, trust, and endless companionship. I don't just love you, I admire you, I respect you, and I feel grateful beyond words to have crossed paths with you. Having you in my life would be the greatest blessing I could ever receive. Your presence alone brings light into my world, and I want to return that light to you 100-fold. I want to be there through every season, through every high and low, through all the moments that life brings our way. I want to protect your heart, to hold your hand, and to make sure you never doubt for a second how much you are loved. So trust me when I say this. I have never loved someone the way I love you. This love is deeper than anything I've ever known. It's not just about passion or desire, though those things are very much there, too. It's about connection, respect, and a profound appreciation for who you are at your very core. You are everything I've ever hoped for, and so much more than I ever imagined. I love you deeply, truly, and endlessly.